Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury, and tonight I have tickets to go to the Moulin Rouge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This in my mind, like when I think of Paris and I think of like wild bohemian art, love, I think of the Moulin Rouge. And I'm gonna go tonight. So I can't bring my camera. So if I'm allowed to take pictures, I will. I don't know how much I can or can't. I'm going to find out. And when I get back, I will share the experience and let you know what I thought of my night at the Moulin Rouge. But I'm off. Let's go see a show. From the outside, you cannot miss the Moulin Rouge. It has the towering windmill at the top of it, bright lights, all the red billboards. It stands out and there is no mistaking it. Once you get through security, you are queued in this room over here where they do also have a gift shop and they do also have some staff who will try to sell you programs. This area is part of the gift shop, but it's set up similar to how it looks inside of the venue, except inside the tables are much closer together. But this gives you a good sense of what the theater is set up like and what the vibe inside is. So I just got back and oh my gosh, that was so much fun. But I am so exhausted right now. Today was actually my travel day. Today was the day I got here. I'm going on like no sleep, y'all. And I don't know what time zone I'm in. So I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna process everything I saw and I'm gonna come right back and I'm gonna let you know my thoughts about my night at the Moulin Rouge. I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, I'm more combobulated and I've processed and I want to talk about Moulin Rouge and what I saw, what I enjoyed, and what worked for me. The Moulin Rouge, it's very worthwhile, but it's not for everybody. So I say that because it is a risque kind of cabaret performance. It's amazing songs and dances, but sans tops, right? So that being said, that's why I say it's not for everybody. But honestly, after 3 minutes, you stop thinking about it. It's just like, oh, humans dancing, singing, yeah. Um, but it was so astoundingly well produced, and the talent is amazing. So they did a series of different songs and dance acts with different theming. Like there was one theme that was like Medusa. There was, all sorts of like different things. They, of course, did the can as like one of their themings. So lots of different like sections and just the costuming and the quality of like the song choices. Like they were like, I don't want to say get up and dance kind of songs because you don't get up and dance, but you feel it. You feel the boogie woogie, right? Yeah, and like one of the songs, it's like dance is like the main word in the chorus. It is 100% in French, so this really to me speaks to the ability to transcend language through song and dance because I felt like I lost nothing. And although I do have like rudimentary understanding of French, um, I got it. I got it. Like nothing had to be explained to me, but I also didn't feel like it was sugar coated either. So that's why I say it sort of transcends what does it mean to be able to communicate via song and dance. I love that. I love that. So that's number one. Then in between each of those song and dance acts, they had a circus style performance in between as like acts in between. One of them was a duo of roller skaters on that like teeny tiny circular elevated platform. The speed that they get and they leap and swing each other and going round and round. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. Um, like they got standing ovation. They were insanely good. It was like the speeds they're going, you think they're just going to go flying, but they do it so controlled and so perfect. It was great. They had 2 sets of partner acrobalancers. So if you're not familiar with acrobalance, it's like where you do like handstands and contortions, but you have 2 people. It's partner. So you're balancing off of each other, counterbalancing. So there are times like where you do what's called a planche, where you lay out flat. I only know this from circus stuff that I used to do. So this is not French knowing that, it's circus knowing that. But basically it's like where one person like lays all the way back and the other person can lay forward, and they're counterbalancing, and it ends up making like almost like a table. Like it's just totally flat. They balance on each other's heads. Can you imagine the weight of another person balancing on your head? That people are heavy. My head is not that strong. But they did it. They balanced each other on their heads. And like one arm, like, for the person balancing, one arm just right on the other person's noggin. It's like, oh my gosh. Impressive. Very impressive. There was another performance where it's like they're doing their song and dance, and they're doing everything, and all of a sudden a swimming pool rises from below the stage. I kid you not, a bona fide swimming pool just comes on up, and the person just gets in the pool, and she's doing like very acrobatic type of shapes and poses underwater, where she can't get a gasp of air, like, but she's just swimming like a mermaid. It was amazing. So yeah, it was fantastic. Like I said, the quality of these performances, top notch. The other thing about the way that this is set up, it's like a cabaret review, and they do have a dinner option beforehand. So it's set up as like tables. So it was like tables of 6, and they stick out like long ways. So then you have to like turn like to see the performance. I hope I'm making sense. So it's sort of like, imagine being at a dinner table with 3 people on each side, but the performance would be like at the head of the table. So everyone has to swivel to be able to see the performance. Does that make sense? Okay. So the whole theater is filled with these tables. So it's very tight in terms of like how it's situated. And as a solo traveler, they just kind of filled me into an empty place. So I got added into, there was a family of 4 and then another solo traveler. So we were sitting there. And let me tell you, it was lovely. She was here from London. We had a great conversation. Before the show started, they were doing like lounge cover of David Bowie, and we had a good giggle over that. So I had a good table mate for that show. So that was also good. Yeah, so that was my experience at the Moulin Rouge. I would absolutely do it again. It was a little bit expensive, but I think it was absolutely worth the price for the show. Loved it. I would absolutely go back. I would totally see that show again. There were parts of it that sort of like reminded me of like old school Vegas with like all the feathers and like all of the sequins and the sparkles, and there are definitely those kind of like showgirl kind of elements to it, but I had a blast. So I guess with that, I am done. I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.